Welcome to my YouTube channel. This video is about the FLBT club track and how we built it, came up with the design of it and how we use it, and pictures, informative pictures about it. But before I go into the details of that, I want to start with where our club fits in. I mean, clubs start in a lot of garages, from people's homes, where somebody goes to their local toy shop or goes online and buys a slot car FLBT Track, and they start racing. A few mates come around and it gradually grows. So that's sort of the base end, which is absolutely superb, nothing wrong with it. And at the other end, you've got clubs that are lucky enough to have a massive catchment area or have been going a long time and have their own premises, so they can have tracks that stay up full time, which is great. And those clubs are sort of the Rolls Royce of slot car clubs, but they take a lot of these premises take maintaining, and they cost quite a bit of money to run. So if you haven't got a big catchment, as I said, area of guys that come along, or you haven't got a wealthy benefactor to sort of fund the club, because a building costs quite a lot of money, not just with rates and all the other electricity and all the other costs and maintenance that goes into it. So there's a place in the middle for a club to run without having the massive costs of having a building or even trying to run from a garage, which is, again, it's great, but some you want more than that. So our club's in the middle. So we've got a church hall that we managed to rent on a Tuesday night from 7 o'clock to about 11. And we've got a modular track. So the video is going to go into basically what we do on a modular track. So in about thinking about it, it's probably about 2014, 15, we started chatting amongst the club members about what can we do, because we had an old track, and you'll see that in a later picture, and that was a modular track, but only, I think, 4, maybe 5 pieces. We wanted something a bit bigger, so we sat down and started designing various layouts, and we designed a track. And the next thing, once you've got it designed, is work out how you're going to build it. And luckily we knew there's a very top class slot car racer in this country called Lee Parsons, who's a brilliant racer, and in his spare time, when he's not racing or doing family stuff, he has a little bit of time to build slot car tracks. So we were lucky enough to manage to get him involved in building the slot car track. He was quite limited on time, but we're very lucky within the club. We've got quite a lot of members that have got different skill sets, and they all fitted slot car track building. We had someone that was good at electric, someone was good at computers, someone that was good at woodworking, and we had two of us that had quite some space. So what Lee did is he got the track CNC routed, so we had all the lanes at the right distances, so on and so forth. And then it went to Lee's, and you'll see through the rest of the video the stages we actually went through to get the track ready to race. And we had a few things that we wanted. Our brief, I suppose, is the best way to call it, for when we started the track. We only had so much room in our storeroom. Again, you'll see pictures later on of that as well. So we wanted just 10 pieces. We're called 4-lane blacktop, so it had to be 4-lane. We love wood, and wood's one of those things. There's probably a lot of people watching this video that race on plastic, and once you've raced on wood, it does spoil you a bit. It's really quite a nice medium to race on. It's Oops, sorry, battery ran out. I tried to do all these things in one take, and unfortunately my battery was low. So anyway, carrying on. Wooden track, 14 volts is what we use to power it up, which is a bit more than the standard FLBT at 12 volts. And combined with the wood, it does make a very nice track surface to run on, and it is actually very quick. And when you go back to a normal FLBT or polycar track, it is a chunk slower. The break-ins takes a little bit longer as well. So you get spoiled. So anyway, moving on from that, how long did it take? Probably from start to finish, and when I say starting, when it went to the routers to actually in the club and cars going around it, it was about 3.5-ish months, I suppose. And the track's been going now for very well for this year, with 10th year. So yeah, very pleased with it. And a big thanks to Lee Parsons, who came up with the idea of our modular track. And yeah, long may it continue. Here you can see Lee at work. He's basically routing all the edges out for where the braid's going to be fitting in. So it was a really dusty work. It was done at Neil, our treasurer's house, and yeah, just done outside. Then the track came over to MBR to have its legs fitted and various other jobs. You can see here that we fitted all the legs to make sure it all worked quite nicely. And then once we're onto that, we were then into the laborious task of priming and then putting the top coat on, which we did with the rollers. Okay, we're at the start of one of our heats. When I press this button, the boys will be ready to go. Right, guys, here we go.
Travis, start your engines. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Right, what we've got here on our lap counter is that's the time to go. These are the guys in each of the lanes. The lap's done, the lap time they've done, the best lap they've done, average lap time, and that's the gap between all the drivers. And up here we've got our overall leaderboard. We take the best 3 of the 4 heats of the night, and that gives you scores for the finals. Right, to summarise, we have 13 pieces of track now. We have well over 300 different layouts that we can use, and every year we choose a different layout for each different class we use. Sometimes for one class in particular, like a Le Mans class, we have a fast track, then a medium, and a slow the following year. So we're always trying to mix it up. So you're never bored with the track layout. Sometimes we get it right on the layout, sometimes we get it wrong, but we always stick with that layout for the whole year. Leading on from that, as you've seen obviously in the video, we can, if there's 4 people at the hall at 7 o'clock, it takes us about half an hour to get our biggest track up and running, which isn't too bad. And on disassembly, if we finish as soon as we finish racing, to when we turn the lights out and go down the pub, we have done it in 15 minutes. So pack away time is quite impressive. Okay, so leading on from this, where are these videos going? Well, what I don't want to do is do videos on slot car tuning and how to make your slot car go fast, because there's loads and loads of videos out there on how to do that. I'm trying to go a bit off piste, do something a little bit different. So I've done 2 already before this one. I've done one on tyre touring, and I've also done one on hydro dipping. Now the hydro dipping one, for some reason, is my most popular video, which is really cool. My next video coming up is going to be on tools, again, something slightly a bit different. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, same old, like and subscribe, but as I'm trying to grow this channel, it will really help me. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.